Rat colony beneath D.C. Disgusted to find city infested with politicians. Yeah, I'd be disgusted too. Hey, it's Sunday. I'm Akorn. Welcome back to Laugh While the World Burns, bringing you your weekly dose of Idiocracy, memes, and news. Real quickly, as I said on yesterday's show, the Generation X series, including all past episodes, are now moving over to my second channel, Akorn TV. So if you want to continue to see the Generation X series, please go subscribe to the Akorn TV YouTube channel, and if you would, watch the videos there as they're uploaded to help get the channel remonetized. Because the sooner it gets remonetized, the more likely I can keep that series going. So I'm counting on you guys. Also, tomorrow, Monday, April 27th at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, will be the first AkornStash live stream hangout on my new Twitch channel. I don't exactly know what I'll have going on tomorrow. Like I've said in last week's channel update video, it's just gonna mostly be a casual hangout. I may show some content or whatever. I will be adding more things in the future, but everyone is welcome to come and hang out, talk in the chat, and I'll be on camera during the live stream tomorrow. Both of those links are down below in the video description and also in the first pinned comment. You can look at those at the end of today's show. So with that said, let's get into the show. Marion County employees are humble. Yeah, so humble they paid to have these signs made and someone to go and put them up everywhere to tell everyone how humble they were. Democrats have finally told us their definition of woman. Someone too stupid to get an ID. That's literally by their definition. Company forces employees to seminar called Stretching Your Dollar in Tough Times after denying real raises for 3 years. Would you take advice from your own company on how to spend your money? No, absolutely not. They'd probably be telling you that you need to reinvest into the company, let alone everything else. And first and foremost, it ain't none of their business to begin with. If they don't want to give raises, you need to move on, if at all possible. Whenever I see a warning label on peanut butter saying, may contain nuts, I finally understand why aliens don't visit us. Speaking of which, are you shocked? Not really. You got an air fryer in there? Therapy, SSRIs, yoga, mindfulness, diary, self-care, wellness treatments, gym, Bible, and red meat. For those who didn't know where this fashion came from, it's absolutely true, guys. I've seen it more on cattle than pigs, but yeah, that's where the phrase, leading them around by the nose, comes from. The Alphabet Gang lose their minds after coffee chain decides to stop lecturing with flags and just serve coffee. Yeah, they're not satisfied unless they're shoving it down everyone's throat. How transgenders think they look. How they actually look. Going to war without France is like going hunting without an accordion. General Norman Schwarzkopf. One of the best generals that the U.S. military has had. And allegedly, they were afraid if controversial orders were given, that the soldiers would follow him instead of the higher command. I left a skid mark on a rainbow crosswalk.
Hate crime, straight to prison.
I stabbed a white boy for no reason.
Let me lower your bond so you can get home.
California school excludes white kids from taxpayer-funded field trip. Yes, really. In a stunning display of racial exclusion, don't you mean racism? Dressed up as equity, a California school district barred white students from a taxpayer-funded field trip centered on social justice. Albany Unified School District organized the overnight trip to Virginia exclusively for young men and women of color from Albany High School. White kids stayed home while their non-white classmates toured historically black colleges, universities, visited civil rights sites, and held discussions on social justice, leadership, and self-awareness. My Irish great-grandparents saw this and said, "Let's move to Dayton, Ohio." I'm no bird expert, but I'm guessing 4 females and 1 male. That's just pretty funny. No offense, ladies.
Now this is a sight that wasn't on our bingo card. A humanoid robot named Edward Varhaki was spotted playfully chasing a herd of wild boars. The unusual incident took place in Warsaw, Poland. The robot was cheered on while terrorizing the mammals as they scuttled away into a forest. It's definitely an unusual but effective way to control the invasive species. Boars are both fast and smart animals. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, and they are on par with dogs in the intelligence department. Skills this herd can hopefully use in the future if they ever come face to face with Edward again. This isn't the first time Edward has caused commotion. The Unitree G1 humanoid robot that runs on AI software has become quite popular over the last few weeks, dancing and charming his way through Poland.
There's been a number of times I could have used one of these to chase off other people's animals and even livestock. Teach your kids to change their oil, not their gender. Went swimming today, took a pee in the deep end. Lifeguard noticed. Blew his freaking whistle so loud, I almost fell in. Me knowing they're gonna manufacture food shortages and blame the crisis on climate change and demand lockdowns. Oh, go talk to some farmers, guys. Let alone fuel cost and shipping that's coming. Good night, Snoopy. You're a good friend, and taxation is theft. Democrats claim voter ID will make it harder for people to vote. Yes, it will. Illegal aliens, dead people, and duplicate votes. It's all a rigged system, guys. Always has been. The Strait of YouTube. YouTube headquarters. And looks like the cargo ship Akorn. The strait is open. Proceed, Akorn. Wait, it's closed again. Oh wait, it's open. Proceed. Crap, it's closed again. Never mind. Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. I'm working on it. Democrat Party, I'm half full. Republican Party, I'm half empty. The rest of us, I think this is piss. Here in the UK, they just banned smoking for under 17s for a lifetime. They're just about to do the same in Canada. You're not meant to notice how seemingly independent countries are all being systematically destroyed and taken over together. Yes, 1000%. And it's all about control. And what he's saying there about smoking, that means anyone who is currently 17 or younger is not allowed to smoke ever, because now it's illegal for them to ever smoke. But remember, you're in a free country. Only a matter of time before it's here, guys. Unfortunately. DEI is just better branded racism. Corvette flies off 60 freeway, crashes into LA County Maserati dealership. Try to explain that one to your insurance company. There's nothing funny about the Norwegian word for speed. Grow up. Fart control? Are you serious? Max fart. 5. Fart hinder. I'm not even making a comment on that one. Kamala Harris says she's thinking about running for president in 2028. Former U.S. Air Force pilot breaks world record by whizzing on skis at nearly 70 miles an hour across asphalt. Why would you want to ski on asphalt in the first place, let alone at 70 miles an hour? If you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. If you stop crying, Mommy will buy you something. Don't cry, sweetie. Let Mommy find you something on her phone. How you were raised as a child reflects how you act as an adult. That is absolutely true. We should raise the taxes of communists to 100%. Democrat Sheila McCormick indicted for stealing $5 million from FEMA. It's almost a wonder they don't try to steal from the IRS, but even they know better than that. U.S. installs Marco Rubio as the new king of Persia to reign over Iran temporarily. Ain't it funny how the people telling us to work until 70 have never lifted anything heavier than a pen? That is the absolute truth. We don't have representatives, we have rulers. To avoid burnout, use the 30-30 rule. After 30 minutes of work, quit and disappear into the mountains for 30 years. Or it could be like that one guy that was driving and ran out of gas, and he literally ended up going off into the woods and surviving for 20-some years or whatever. Can't remember why that they arrested him for. Firefighters in the U.S., 96% male. Average salary, $46,000. Receptionist in the U.S., 95% female. Average salary, $35,000. And you still think the gender pay gap is a myth? I will add that this is satire. The worst part is that I actually have to say that, because it wouldn't have surprised me one bit if they said something exactly like this. Gotta tell my kids this was the Epstein client list. That makes it a quick summary. Don't forget Hollywood, though. Of course, half of them's up there, too. Teachers buy these bags of 100 count plastic pennies for $6 on Amazon. Never send your kids to public school. And I know some people's gonna say, well, that's to keep kids from swallowing them. The thing is, they're the same size as a real penny, just a bit thicker. I looked it up just to see, and I actually found the exact listing. And I liked this one review. The pennies are just fine. It just occurred to me that plastic pennies literally cost more than real ones, which is wild to me. Should have gone to the bank and got the real ones instead. Yeah, that's a 500% markup. Me phoning the cops on my card dealer because I owe him $300. The feeling when trillions of dollars of propaganda didn't work on you. If my neighbor's cow jumps the fence and gives birth in my yard, it's not my cow or my calf. Yep, that is very true. I will always succeed because I am insane. How in the world does a horse get on top of a building? There has to be a staircase or something on the other side. Has to be. That's still crazy that it's just standing up there, though. I got called into a meeting with HR today because apparently telling my coworker that I knew he was a C-section baby by the way he avoids labor is not acceptable in the workplace. That's a pretty good one, actually. The X-Files by Ryan Coogler replaced Mulder and Scully with an Indian man and a black woman. Of course they did. I don't know what restaurant this is, but one burger cost $18. A large soda, $4.89. Just a meal for one person, $30. Nothing would be surprising. 7 scientists tied to NASA, Los Alamos, and defense research dead or missing. And before I could even get this article into a video, it's now went to 11 missing or dead scientists. I would make a comment on this, but I'm not going to, because my thoughts about this would probably be disturbing to people if they really sat back and thought about it. The girl I've been talking to just texted that she wants to be friends. Text her back. I'm glad you said it first. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Give her back those self-confidence problems. That's one way, guys. Thanks, wokeness. Commercials no longer showing medicine as tiny little warriors who murder tiny little germs. This is on the Babylon Bee, but they're really not far off. They've already been complaining that monsters and other things in movies being a villain or the bad guy is discrimination and racist somehow. What's behind the U.S. Army's decision to raise enlistment age to 42? The same reason that they raised the draft age to 42. American politics in a nutshell. The tax rate should be 45%. No, the tax rate should be 40%. Yeah, when our real taxes, including income tax and everything else we pay, is like 65%, if not more. And the only thing they ever do is just raise taxes more, while at the same time saying that they're lowering them. Like here in Missouri, they're doing away with income taxes, right? That's a good thing. But no, they're adding a new sales tax, which means we will now be paying 3 sales taxes. I currently pay over 14% sales tax between the state and city here. What's the sales taxes where you guys live now? And I'll end today's show with this. The Constitution does not give you rights. You already have them. The Constitution simply tells the government that it cannot take away those rights. Most Americans don't understand this. Do you? In the first place, the Constitution was never to restrict the people. It was written to restrict the government and protect the people from the government. Remember, tomorrow, Monday, April 27th at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, will be the first AkornStash livestream hangout on my new Twitch channel. Links are below. If you enjoyed today's show and would like to help the channel, please hit that like and subscribe and watch one of the videos that'll pop up on your screen here at the end, or go to the AkornStash channel page and see all of the videos that YouTube hasn't shown you. Well, that's it for today's show. I'll see you guys back here next weekend. I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this week, because the Idiocracy is only getting worse by the day. This is Akorn, over and out.